Imagine waking up tomorrow. Nothing is chasing you. Nothing is threatening you. Nothing is wrong, yet your heart is racing. Your hands are shaking, and your mind keeps warning you that something terrible is about to happen. For millions of people, this isn't imagination. It's reality. The human brain is the most powerful object in the known universe. It allows us to think, dream, create, and survive. But sometimes, the same brain that protects us can also become our greatest enemy. Today, we're exploring some of the most common mental disorders and what they can feel like from the inside. Let's begin. Imagine you're walking down the street. Everything seems normal. Then suddenly, your heart starts pounding. Your breathing becomes faster. Your mind begins imagining every possible disaster. You look around. Nothing is there. No danger, no threat. Yet your body reacts as if your life is at risk. This is what anxiety can feel like. Anxiety is your brain's alarm system. Normally, that alarm helps protect you from danger, but sometimes the alarm activates when there is no danger at all. It's like a fire alarm that never stops ringing, constantly warning you, constantly exhausting you. Now imagine something different. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that nothing feels enjoyable anymore. The music you once loved feels empty. The hobbies that made you happy no longer excite you. Even spending time with people you care about feels difficult. You aren't necessarily crying. You aren't necessarily emotional. You just feel nothing. This is what depression can feel like. Many people think depression is sadness, but often it's much more complicated than that. Sometimes it's emptiness. Sometimes it's exhaustion. Sometimes it's feeling disconnected from the world around you. Now imagine leaving your house. You lock the door. You know it's locked. You watched yourself lock it. But a thought appears. What if it isn't? So you check again. Then again. Then again. Not because you want to, but because your brain refuses to give you certainty. This is one way obsessive-compulsive disorder, or OCD, can affect people. OCD isn't about being neat or organized. It's often about intrusive thoughts and overwhelming uncertainty. The checking isn't the problem. The fear is. Now meet David. David sits down to study. He opens his book. He starts reading. A few minutes later, he's thinking about something completely different. Then another thought appears. Then another. Then another. Soon, his attention has traveled somewhere else entirely. This is one way ADHD can affect people. ADHD isn't laziness. It isn't a lack of intelligence. Many people with ADHD are incredibly intelligent. The challenge is often controlling attention and maintaining focus. Imagine trying to watch one television while hundreds of other channels constantly demand your attention. Now imagine surviving a terrifying event. The danger is over. You made it through. Everyone tells you it's in the past, but your brain disagrees. Days later, the memories return. Months later, the memories return. Years later, the memories return. Sometimes a sound, a smell, or a place can instantly transport you back to that moment. This is what PTSD can feel like. Post-traumatic stress disorder occurs when the brain struggles to fully process a traumatic experience. The event may be over, but the mind continues reliving it. Now imagine experiencing the opposite problem. One week you feel unstoppable. You have endless energy. You barely sleep. Ideas are flooding into your mind faster than you can handle them. You feel powerful, confident, invincible. Then suddenly, everything changes. Your energy disappears. Your motivation collapses. Getting out of bed becomes difficult. This is what bipolar disorder can feel like. People with bipolar disorder often experience extreme emotional highs and extreme emotional lows. It's not simply being happy one day and sad the next. It's far more intense than that. The emotional shifts can dramatically affect everyday life. What's important to understand is that mental disorders are often invisible. You cannot always see them. You cannot always recognize them. The person standing next to you might be fighting a battle you know nothing about. The smiling person in a photograph might be struggling every day. The quiet person in a classroom might be carrying enormous weight inside their mind. And that's why understanding matters. Because understanding creates empathy, and empathy changes lives. The human brain is incredibly powerful, but it is also incredibly complex, and sometimes the people who appear strongest on the outside are fighting the hardest battles on the inside. So the next time someone seems different, the next time someone seems distant, or the next time someone seems unusual, remember this: you may only be seeing the surface, because every mind has a story, and many of those stories remain completely invisible. Until now.